That's fine. The VOD will just be shorter than usual. It's fine. It's sad I had to edit down all my VODs to an hour, which is fine. I don't care about that, I'm pretty sure. It's not a bad thing. It just takes longer to get for the viewer to watch it, a usual viewer, because of that. I think I want to do for this one some stuff like that. It looks chaotic. Trust, I know that. Just trust the process. Trust the process. It looks cool. It's definitely a cool plant. It's definitely a cool plant. That's a fact. It's definitely a very funky cool plant. Just like its original. That means it's successing. That we're doing our jobs right. Or my job right, I think. I don't know. Take your pick. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to leave it as. I would blend it in with this, but I'm not going to attempt to do that until I have my shaders on. Because most people on the realm have shaders available. At least most people that I know of have shaders on the realm. And when I mean shaders, I mean vibrant visuals. It definitely looks cool. Definitely is giving very cute vibes. We're not gonna worry about the terrain down here. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. However, there is one part of the terrain that I think I do want to get done, and that is this path. So this path actually goes through a cave that I don't think I showed any of you guys yet, but through this path, through the terrain, into this small cave that looks really pretty. This is actually behind the waterfall, of course, it has to be. And then we have some geodes, mushrooms, some crystals, some vines, some mushrooms. And the real OGs know what this is. Real OGs know. So we have a little bonding statue, and the amethyst, and then of course the sign. Very pretty. Yes, I stole the body design off of Pinterest. I will admit to that. But the lore behind it and my content, there's lore. OGs know. And then lots of vines, lots of mushrooms. This is supposed to transition. This is actually the entrance to my land. So basically, when people enter, they'll enter through here. So it sets the mood for the vibe that I want to go for. We got some tree roots, more tree root there, mushrooms, geodes, the water. It's really cute. I've not finished this part though because I want to add another like secret area. It's very dark. But then on the outside, currently this is what you see. You see some flowers, and you also see a waterfall here. And then behind you, that's the tree. That's the castle. And then actually right below us is another kind of cave geode thing. So there's a river that goes through here. And it drops down here into this subterranean river. It looks cool. I made a short of this. If you it's on my TikTok and my YouTube. So very pleasant. And then there's some gardens here. By the way, what I was trying to say is that the path also branches out in different direction through this like small bridge right here, right across this route that's not decorated enough and just doesn't go anywhere. So I think it'll benefit me if I continue the path so I can figure out exactly how I want it to be. It is going to bug me if I don't do this. Just for that single pixel, or if someone flips the trapdoors. Okay. Let's see. We'll just go We'll actually use a shovel first. And we'll go where the terrain kind of takes me. The natural spawning terrain takes me. We'll polish it off a bit. So, we'll need to do that a bit. I think it would be better if we actually went very crust terrain through here. I like the idea of doing perhaps a bridge here, perhaps? Maybe. So then that just does a small circle. We could also, actually now think about it, continue the path this way. Okay, sure. We'll work on the logistics of this path. I just need to plan it out slightly so I can kind of give the vibe. But then the tunnel has a side, so they can go here. And I also think it'll benefit us if we go here and perhaps a dock or just another bridge going to that side. So then currently I think we have two bridges or docks planned. Bridge there, bridge or dock there, and then the path course. So all loops around in that. So that isn't like an empty path that actually goes somewhere. Okay. And then this terrain here seems fine. I'm not going to change it too much, so we'll just fill it in the path here. And then we'll stop it there, because like we don't need to do too much terrain yet. But I think the next thing, even though I said that we're not going to do too much terrain yet, we're going to do some terrain. Not a lot of it, we're just going to fix up the terrain a bit. Like these weird jutouts, they don't need to be here. We're not going to make it too flat, because I don't want it to be flat. I actually want it to be hilly. I don't think I'll make a YouTube series out of this. I may like do a YouTube series of me giving a tour of the finished product, but I don't think I'll do like an actual series for it. And also, yeah, you guys can play the realm too for free. As long as you have a Microsoft account, of course. But I don't have the code, but I know the owner. So I'll work something out with them. But you can just find their TikTok or Discord really easily by typing out Titanic Joker. Or just searching up realms and you can just scroll and you'll find it. Or just go through my videos and you should see the owner tag in any of them. Because I'm pretty sure we're always looking for people to play. I can check the timeline to see how many people play or when they play. So I think it currently has 80 members, but like I think I've only seen at most 2 other people online, not including the owner, when I'm online. And that's rare, because currently typically it's always just me on the realm. Sometimes someone else, if I get lucky. So this realm is a little dry, so that means it's a perfect opportunity right now to join and like build a base or area. And also there's free materials at the tree for you guys to build any mystical stuff in my area in the plots below. And then if you have any lore or like not lore or town suggestions, because this is actually a town. Hence, there's a castle, and then all those red plots that you've seen earlier, those are also supposed to be buildings. So you have any like build ideas? Let me know. Like a tavern or like stuff like that. But keep in mind we're going for like a fairy core-esque vibe. So we're gonna frame this a bit. We will we will spend a day terraforming actually smoothing out this terrain. But that is not today. I've already done enough terraforming today. And I'm doing even more terraforming. Not a lot to make a difference, but enough to at least give slightly a better walkable vibe. It's very Minecraft normal generation esque. Okay, so I guess story time is getting a little boring and quiet. Or not so much story time, but I have heard of some really cool stuff coming in the future. I may not spoil something for Minecraft Live. I'm not, but I'm going to make a theory for Minecraft Live. They're going to announce something with the dimension tech, and I feel like they're also going to announce the release date for Chaos Cube. That's obvious. But I think they're also going to announce perhaps um, either a new announce progress on Dungeons 2, Minecraft Dungeons 2, or they'll like announce or show us a teaser of the next game drop. That is my guess. But I'm fairly positive that they'll announce something concerning the new Dimensions tech that was brought over to Bedrock Edition. And then further supporting my theory, I was checking my Discord, obviously. I always check my Discord because I always get blown up in my Discord because I'm in so many. It's a personal thing. I am in so many um, Discord servers. It's not a bad thing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. But one of them announced. Um, I want to say, I want to say it, but it's not. It's not as it sounds. But there's gonna be an official Aether quote unquote port to Bedrock. So there's actually going to be a dynamic world of using the new dimension stack of the Aether. And they released a teaser of it on um, someone's Discord. I forget which Discord. But it's from the actual Aether team, and I think Sparks Universe. I think. So if you check Sparks, either Realism Crafts Discord server or Sparks Universe or the new Discord server that they made, it's also on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. But it looks amazing, and it's like only 2 months away, and I'm really sad about that. But think about it; it's a perfect timeline for it to be announced, like even more information announced at Minecraft Live, and then 2 months later get it. It it feels like that's what's building up to. Like, just saying. I don't know. Okay, stop playing around. We need to do some work. Enough yapping. So we could start working on the middle tree, or we can start working on that tree. It's one of those two. I'm currently thinking about doing. So we're not doing any more terrain today. That's enough terrain. Let's make it day first of all. And then I'm gonna take a very short break, aka to check to get a water as well. I haven't got water yet. And then I also need to check my messages really quick because I want to ask if anyone else is going to get on the realm. So we're going to pause the stream for a second. I don't want to stop recording. I just want to pause the stream. And I'll be back in maybe 10 minutes, maybe less. It won't take long. Okay, we are back. Okay, I mean I'm back. Okay. I've decided since we have what are we working on, we're gonna completely ignore it and start a new one, because why not? I know. So smart. Okay. Where did I decide to put the willow tree? I think right here. Right here. Let's see. What wood? Part wants to do acacia. Another one of me is screaming to do like another oak. So acacia or oak. Let's look at the leaves. I think we could either go with like oak. I think oak. Simple, but it'll work. Oak, and then also we can get in some moss and some blueberries. Let's go put this on the side. I think it'll make more sense if we do oak. Just because it'll contrast so much, I think. Okay, so I think it doesn't have to be a perfect leaf shape, but I think that will work for my purposes. And I want to make sure it is that a good shape for a tree trunk, and then we can branch off the leaves. They don't need to be too is that too big for the tree? No. This is supposed to be a willow tree. So we're gonna okay. We need to first do work on this trunk situation here. So it actually well serves as a trunk and not okay, and then I think we can go in with fences too. And that don't be like too crazy. It's supposed to just serve as this is a really cute tree. I'm not sure how long since I actually done a tree. Maybe at least it has to be at least a few weeks. I will admit that. It's been at least a few weeks since I've done a tree. And I will also admit that my texture pack is making the logs look slightly worse. I will admit that right now. That is a fact that I know. But it's not even my fault because my texture pack that I have on is the same one. It's the same shaders, except mine has it on the vanilla textures, while the servers one does not. Realms texture pack does not have it on vanilla textures. Because I'm a person that likes vanilla textures but likes the shaders. Okay, it's giving. It's definitely giving a vibe of a dead tree, but we need to add leaves, of course. But we need to continue working on the branches. The branches are the hardest part, not leaves. Leaves are the hardest part. The only reason leaves, I would say, are the more harder part of the tree is because it's either it's going to make it the tree or it's going to make it look ugly. It either ruins the tree or makes it the tree. It's no in between. Some people use multiple leaf types. I am not one of those people. I see the point in them doing that. I just don't. Okay, so we have this currently. This is what it looks like. But I think we're going to need to do another layer. Not too much taller, but tall enough to add a second layer of the canopy that we don't have yet. These parts, I think, are going to be a lot shorter, of course. And they're not going to be too big. It's just so some parts of the tree don't look too dead. And I think that's fine. I think those 3 branches are going to get the vibe we want. And of course, we're going to make these branches smaller too. Okay. Now the hardest part, which is definitely the willow part of the tree, the leaves. We're gonna get Davis because I cannot do this with no light. Okay. This will definitely block this view. We'll see. I'll try not to block it too much. So first things first, we need to, of course, I'm going to scatter with no blocks. And this will serve as the beginnings of the willow. See, we're making things blue. We're making it blue. It's a long process. The leaves are very long process. Because yeah, keep in mind the canopy and of course the tree type you're trying to build. Now it's kind of the time where we like connect these up ish. We really just want to make it very airy because willows are very airy. I actually do have a willow-ish tree that grows in my backyard. That looks, that is very pretty. It's a small one, not a big one. Yeah, keep in mind that we want this to be airy and not too blotchy. Layers of leaves is everything in a tree. But things seem too blotchy. It's not what we want. It's not what we want. Let's add some more leaves here. So keep in mind that these are also odd. And another thing is we also gotta worry about the underside of the branches. So that's another thing. That's what I'm doing now, is adding some pieces of okay. So currently it looks like a mess of like, but this is just the beginning. It will look like a tree, hopefully. This is why leaves take forever because like it's just a very long process of like going back and forth in like a circle and adding painstakingly each leaf. Okay, so we're still getting there. So the goal really is just make sure that the leaves in center are really cloudy, but then get like really fanned out at the edges, which is hard to pull off. That I will admit. But we're going to love this tree regardless. currently we kind of like what I'm doing right now is trying to combine all these like splotches to other splotches to hopefully build like a net. For example, here these two branches are really close together, so I want to like connect them ish. Not actually, but like give the vibe. It's still looking really barren, of course. I'm aware of that. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. The tree is looking a little bit more fuller. Not sure that was like a word I want to say, but it's looking like spring is coming, I guess. Also, the rain needs to go. I'm hoping I can sleep it away. That's the hope. I can't. I'm not sure why fog is looking very dark. Like it's night, but it's not night. Okay. How does it look underneath? Okay. We want to, I think my eyes shifts here. We want to really connect this part. Okay, now it's setting. I see the top of it there. Let's continue. I think what we need to do is also work on the lower canopy a bit. I need to give these buddies definitely some friends. This will also help with the upper canopy. Now let's start making some larger dangly bits. And then I see that this spot needs to love. It's starting to look a lot more like a tree, which is what we're going for, of course. Okay, how's it looking? Okay, so basically what we need to do is bring that to the side, because this side we're still looking quite airy. So this is what we're looking for. This side, no. We need to add more leaves. So this side's looking really, really airy. So we're just gonna keep placing leaves. I apologize for being super quiet. It's just I'm not a lot to say. When I just build, I just build. So I apologize for that. Okay, I think it's definitely gotten a lot more tree-like. Now we just need to add, of course, all of the lovely vines. I forgot that I should be shearing them, and I have not been shearing them, so they're just gonna keep growing. So we're going to shear these before they grow. Okay. We're also gonna get some bone meal because, of course, we need to add some of that low in the berry because this is supposed to be very enchanted. This will also make it look very pretty at night. There we go. It's starting to look a lot more like a willow tree. Okay, I think that looks really cool. Definitely. Um, Let me add some of these blossoms just hidden in the tree. Don't want too many, just enough to just enough. There we go. Okay, let me start